bullying is not a joke. Hey everyone, this is Bailey. Again, bullying is not a joke. Now, mind you, I didn't experience bullying until high school, mainly because I grew up in a school program meant for hearing impaired students. My hearing peers have to be blind to not know this because there was a huge sign up front saying Bering Springs hearing impaired program. Plus, to bully one of us meant that you have to deal with the rest of us. And trust me, you do not want to do that. Now, moving on. At the end of 8th grade, my teachers held a meeting with my father. They practically told him that I could be mainstreamed. On my first day of Michigan high school, nobody bullied me because it was the first day. Everybody was nervous. And I was a new kid. Everybody was a new kid. So that helped. However, a month later, I hopped from Michigan high school to West Virginia high school. I had 3 things against me. 1, I was a new kid. 2, I moved from a different state. And 3, I was different. And what started this bullying was that in my math class, this kid who was sitting in front of me was acting out to the point where that my male teacher started yelling at him. Mind you, like I said, I was sitting in behind him. And I see this huge male teacher yelling at the student in front of me. And it was my first day. I was nervous. My nerves were out of whack. And my emotions were all over the place. And here is my teacher yelling. Naturally, I broke down in tears and everything. It was awful. That my teacher practically told the whole class to pull out their math homework and start working on it, and pulled me out of class and asked, what's wrong? And I told him, first of all, my first day. Second of all, I was really sensitive to his body language, and his body language scared the bejesus out of me. And of course he felt bad, because now that he knew that I'm really sensitive to body language, so he started to control his yelling, but he just took a better alternative against that kid by either making him do extra work, or I don't know what he did with that kid, but that kid was just a troublemaker. At lunchtime, my very good friend came up to me and told me right there and then that there was a rumor going around about me breaking down in class and how they were making fun of my deafness. Naturally, my first thought was, wow, they're quick to judge and shallow. And I was stunned by the fact that they created a rumor about me on my first day, and the fact that they were that quick to judge. And that stunnedness turned into anger. I was beyond pissed because I had such a high hope to make friends with everyone if I could, or at least make acquaintance with them. and that anger turned into loneliness. I practically gave up on them. I didn't even bother to educate them on cochlear implant, nor did I bother to educate them on the deaf world and how the biases that they have or misconception that they have about us were wrong. Like, I blew it. I had a shot at educating them out of their ignorance, and I blew it because I was pissed. And that was also when I started hiding my deaf identity. Back then, when I was growing up in the hearing impaired program, I was not exactly proud of my identity, but more like non-enchantment about it. Like, if I say, hey, I'm deaf, just so you know, so I need to read your lips, and so on and so forth, and don't turn around too much. That's all I need. Like, I was like, whatever. Now I'm proud of it, even though I get annoyed sometimes. And that prideness didn't happen until college. College, that was when I was like, screw it. I'm going to tell the whole world who I am. And this is me. If you don't like it, keep walking. Don't even bother leaving bad comments or anything like that. Just keep walking. I don't really care. I would gladly report you. Just pointing that out. So, I want to impart the definition of bullying so you see why I called rumor as bullying. So, please hold on. Definition of bullying: unwanted, aggressive behavior that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The actions include making threats, spreading rumors, attacking someone physically or verbally, and excluding someone from a group on purpose. If you see that happening, stop it and report them. The bullies generally lose power when someone stands up against them. Thankfully, I had a friend who did exactly that on my first day, and I've not heard any rumors from them ever again. However, it affected me for the rest of my high school career, and I was not exactly happy. I was miserable. So, again, bullying is not a joke. Stop it, report them, show them that they do not have power in school. Thank you.